to Enki, Tales from the Past. I am Ea, the supreme prince of the Anuna people. Today you call me Enki. My journey from Nibiru to the planet Ki occurred over 13,000 cycles ago, by your earthly reckoning. As I descended upon this world, I was filled with a mixture of wonder and apprehension, unsure of what awaited me. What secrets and enigmas would be revealed to me on this peculiar expedition? What adventures would I encounter? Through my chronicles, I shall take you on a voyage through the eons, from the primordial days of Ki to the present era. I shall disclose to you my astute observations of the beings that dwell on this planet, and erroneously call it their own. Their momentous accomplishments and heartbreaking tragedies, and the arcane lore that remains concealed beneath the surface. So come with me as we embark on a journey across the vastness of space and time, and unravel the mysteries of Planet Ki together. This is Enki, Tales from the Past. This narrative podcast is authored by Mário Portela.
Visit Enki.show today.
Journal entry 611A. Planet Prince, Enki. I have finally achieved what I once thought was near impossible without having the planet tides controlled by the mission for enlarging the moon effect. Our research trip to the Lyran's pyramid and experimentation made it possible to successfully create energy conduits out of stone obelisks and crystals that allow us to harness the immense power of the pyramid power grid and bring it to our settlement. It was not an easy feat, but my team was determined to make it work. We spent countless days studying the ancient system left behind by the Lyrans and analyzing the energy patterns that emanated from the pyramids. The telluric energy was immense, and I was in awe with how advanced the Lyrans were. No wonder they are called the destroyers of worlds by most. With the help of my team, we were able to design and construct the crystal-tipped obelisks, carefully aligning them with the planet energy lines to create a powerful network of energy. The result was astounding. Our settlement was now bathed in a constant flow of energy, powering our technology and probably allowing us to communicate with Nibiru, and even with Anu himself, the Grand Architect. But our communication was not without its restrictions. Anu had placed a limit on the amount of energy we could use to avoid disrupting the natural balance of our planet. It was a wise decision, but it meant that we had to carefully monitor our energy usage and prioritize the essential reports, as it would be dangerous for them to sustain long-distance connections without hindering our planet's predicament even more. Nevertheless, the ability to communicate with our home planet is a huge milestone for our expedition. It gives us a sense of connection and purpose, knowing that we are not alone in the galaxy and that our ancestors' home is still in touch with us. Besides, reporting our success would surely appease the anxiety of Anu and my eager brother. As I walked down the settlement's tech district, marveling at the glowing obelisks and the energy flowing through them, I can't help but feel a sense of pride and accomplishment. This is just a glimpse of what we can achieve, and I am excited to see where our journey will take us next. After so many days of hard work, I was able to establish communication with Nibiru. But the ultimate goal was to communicate with Anu, the Grand Architect himself. It was a task that required much effort, and I knew that the conversation would not be easy. With the conduits in place, we had the settlement on high alert for any problems that could arise from our communication attempts. We knew that critical failures could create mass energy bursts and distortions in the vicinity. I used Lyran's tech energy system to power up the communications equipment and waited for the best. Abgal, my trusty assistant and friend, dialed the frequency of Nibiru's communication waves, a couple of light years away, and we waited for the connection to be established. As soon as the link was established, I knew that I had a limited amount of time and energy to make the connection to Anu himself. Finally, after several failed attempts, I was able to establish contact with Anu. As I expected, even at such a distance, he was a formidable figure, his voice firm, his tone strict, and he avoided addressing me as his son. As always, he maintained hierarchy, never weakening before his peers. He wanted to know what I had achieved with the mission, and I was eager to tell him about the energy conduits and how we had managed to get them up and running even before the Kingu mission being complete. I explained how the obelisks, inspired by the ancient Lyrans, were used as energy conduits to bring the energy from the pyramids to our settlement. Anu was impressed by our innovation and the use of ancient knowledge to solve our modern problems. But even though he was apparently impressed, Anu was still firm and strict. It was frustrating, but I knew that breaking the rules of hierarchy could have dire consequences for his corporation position. I continued to update Anu on the progress of our mission, including how Ninursag had managed to enlarge the moon, Kingu, by redirecting a massive amount of asteroid materials under a layer of pure perfected titanium. I explained how this would stabilize the moon's orbit, allowing us to create a steady chronological rhythm marked by full-featured eclipses and provide the much-needed gravitational force for tide control. Anu was impressed by Ninursag's ingenuity and resourcefulness, but he also seemed slightly disappointed. He asked me if that was all we had achieved so far, as if enlarging a moon and establishing a settlement on a distant planet were not enough. I felt a sense of confusion when Anu started asking about the nearby ringed planet, which was not part of our original mission. It seemed odd that he was asking about it, and I couldn't help but wonder if he was hiding something from us. As a team leader, I knew that making a sudden wrong move could potentially damage our relationship with the Igigi race, and that was something that I couldn't risk. I decided not to speculate on what Anu might be hiding, and remained focused on our mission and the achievements we had made so far. However, I couldn't shake off the feeling that something was off, and I made a mental note to investigate this further when I had the chance. I assured him that we were continuing to work hard and make progress every day, but I couldn't shake the feeling that he was expecting more from us, or even expecting some other news that I did not bear. Nonetheless, Anu acknowledged our achievements and reminded us that we were representing the entire civilization of Nibiru in our mission, and that our success was crucial for the survival of our people. As the conversation came to a close, Anu reminded me of the limitations of our communications and instructed me to continue working towards our mission's goals. His words left me with a renewed sense of purpose and determination to push the boundaries of what was possible in our new home among the stars. In the end, I was grateful for the opportunity to speak with Anu, even though it was restricted and rather puzzling. As always, it was an honor to communicate with the Grand Architect himself, and I was eager to continue working on this mission, using my knowledge and innovation to make our planet thrive. This is Enki, Tales from the Past. This narrative podcast is authored by Mário Portela.
Visit Enki.show today.